What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today we are here for APA's week number 1. We are here for a battle against Amel and the Montreal Skorupi. It is a Montreal versus Montreal showdown. Super excited for it. If you guys want to skip the team builder, there's a timestamp on the screen and of course in the chapters as well. But let's go ahead and jump into the matchup. My opponent has a bonkers team with Clefable, Slowbro. Amel decided to say, you know what, screw all of you guys, I'm going to choose all the fat. All of it. And he got it. that core right there is so disgusting and so good. They cover each other so well. And on top of that, there's a good bit of offensive pressure too. There's a Crocodile, super scary ground and dark type. There's a Noivern, this highest speed point for Amel's team. Cobalion, very scary, probably the scariest mon for my team specifically. Nihilego, big threat. If you let this thing get out of hand, it will win a game. There's an Arcanine, and then there's, wait for it, a Shadow Tag Gothitelle. Not a regular Gothitelle, no, not competitive, not Frisk, Shadow Tag. And that's not good. Someone send help because I'm gonna need it, I'll be honest. Wow. Anyways, moving on after that, there's a Tangela, which can be kind of annoying. Don't really see it coming to my game. Dubwool, again, really annoying mon with Cotton Guard, Body Press, pretty fast as well. Don't really see it coming, but if it does come, sure. And then Emolga. I do not see this thing coming. Considering there's a Noivern, I don't see it coming at all. But if he wants a ground immunity that is not 4 times weak to Ice Shard, then maybe Emolga does come. So who knows? Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the team that we are bringing. Of course, leave a like, subscribe, do all that great stuff, and let's do it. Starting with our very first mon, I decide to go into this thinking, you know what I need to do? I need to make sure that my entire team is not beat by Shadow Tag Gothitelle. So everything that is taking advantage of it needs to have momentum. Everything that can beat it 1v1 can't lose to a Cosmic Power set with like Taunt, not Taunt, what am I saying? With Trick, that's the one. So the set that I started off with was my Dragalge here. Now Dragalge is really good because if the Nihilego doesn't come, which it may not because I have a Scizor to beat any set basically, I have a Mamoswine with priority, I have a ton of bulk on my team, I have a Mew, I should be fine against the Nihilego. So if the Nihilego doesn't come, I have Toxic Spikes, which are great against things like the Slowbro, the Crocodile, the Arcanine, the Gothitelle. Those are really, really nice for me to have. And of course, it lets me find out right away, is the Clefable Magic Guard or is it unaware? And that's just important information to have for this matchup. Moving on though, what does this thing do in terms of, well, outside of Toxic Spikes, of course. And this is the only hazard that I'm bringing. So why is it important? Well, Scald is there for something like the Cobalion and the Nihilego. Everything else is taking at least neutral from, or not Cobalion and Nihilego, Cobalion, Nihilego, and Crocodile. Everything else takes neutral or better from Sludge Wave. Flip Turn is there for momentum, and really you guys see the makings of my team. Nothing just straight up loses to the Gothitelle. The Gothitelle is going to be running a setup set with Trick and something like that. I can beat it with this Pokemon here. The Dragalge takes Timid Meteor Beam from Nihilego, and it has to be timid if it wants to get the speed boost on its set, which is a really scary part, I'd say. It's got a Shucka Berry there for the Crocodile's Earthquake. We have the T-Spike in case the Nihilego doesn't come, and the Sludge Wave Resist don't want to be burned or are Scald weak, and we always flip turn against the Gothitelle. Moving on to our next mon is going to be our Scizor. Scizor is really solid this matchup. Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Knock, and Roost. Every single mock I've had, this thing never roosted once. Never. It clicked Bullet Punch a few times, it clicked U-Turn a few times. The threat of it being around was really what made it so good. And that's kind of what I'm expecting here. We are running the Aqua Berry, which is there to take hits from like Clefable's Fire Blast. We actually take Modest Life or Fire Blast from Clefable with the Aqua Berry. We also take an Admin Cobalion's Close Combat after a justified boost, that's if we go for a knockoff. And we take 2 Jolly Earthquakes from the Crocodile. We also take Nihilego's Meteor Beam if it is a speed boosting set. So again, if it's a speed boosting set, if it runs max speed, Timid Nature, it has to have a less amount of special attack boost, or special attack AVs, excuse me. And because of that, will it take the attack from that Pokemon, which is very good to know. Again, this Pokemon just pressures so well. I don't ever anticipate the Nihilego to be like attacking me, but we do have a good bit of attack investment to just get a KO on that thing potentially. He's got to run the Babiri Berry to take the hit. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about the Scizor here, and it also helps out quite a bit against the Clefable and can force switches. U-Turn is amazing, and Knockoff is really good. The one downside to this thing is right now, my team is pretty weak to Cobalion, so we gotta be careful with that Pokemon. Our next one is going to be our Mamoswine. We're running the Metronome this week. Metronome Mamoswine is insane because I can bluff a Choice Scarf, I can bluff a Choice Band, I can bluff whatever, and then, surprise, surprise, I get a KO on you because you weren't expecting it. It's just really, really good. The way Metronome works is the amount of times you use the attack, then it'll boost the damage every time. I think it's 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, and then eventually it's gonna be 2 times the power if you use it 5 times in a row, which is just insane. Essentially, the speed on this thing is here for anything creeping me, creeping a Modest Gothitelle. EQ is pretty much, well, EQ at base, let's put it this way. EQ at base power, plus the Metronome EQ, has a chance to basically around 80% to KO a non-bold Leftovers Clefable. Other than that, we have Oblivious, which is nice because he's got double Intimidate in Crocodile and Arcanine, which allows me to then be immune to it. Oblivious makes you immune to Intimidate, and there's nothing really outside of the Arcanine that's me firing off fire or ice type attacks, so I don't really need to have Thick Vat at all this week. We do also take Scarf Adamant Crocodile's Close Combat from full, and we take a Clefable's Life Orb Modest Moonblast on top of that, which is amazing. Ice Shard is there for priority, and then Knockoff is there for something like Slowbro if we really need it. And yeah, really, we just want to make sure we can take it from hopefully the Cobalion. If we can, fantastic, and we can then just go in and really start wrecking the team, because Cobalion right now is the biggest threat to my team. Next up is going to be the Milotic. We're bringing the mascot pick to this game. Scald, Flip Turn, Recover, and Toxic. There is no water immunity. Yes, there's a Slowbro that could potentially be running Rocky Helmet. I think it'll run Boots, to be honest. There is a Pokemon like, I guess, Tangela, which walls this, but we do have Toxic. And mainly the goal with this Pokemon is to come in and help us not lose automatically to Crocodile and to Cobalion and to Arcanine. Everything else we can kind of beat 1v1. The reason I'm not running Haze on this set for like Clefable or for Crocodile is because I have a secondary option in the back, and I felt like getting the Toxic off on Slowbro was a bit more important than getting a Haze off in certain situations. We'll see if I'm wrong. Against something like the Gothitelle, if it tricks me, it gets the Flame Orb, which burns it, which again is just residual chip, which is very nice. And at the same time, I can always Flip Turn against it, which means that if it's me against the Gothitelle, I click Flip Turn, I'm out of there. Yes, maybe I get a Scarf going forward, but it's better than it's tricking something else, and then I can't beat that thing 1v1. So having the Milotic here is really important to potentially weaken a lot of threats. Force pivots, momentum is really important on this team, and I really do like it because of that. Essentially, the Milo is not running Haze because I have other plans versus Cosmic Power Clef and versus Goth. Versus Gothitelle, I always Flip Turn in case of Trick or Scarf setup, and we take whatever those tries. There we go. We take 2 Clef's Modest Life Orb Moonblast after burns and rocks. That's why I have so much special defense in case Amel decides to run a max offensive Clefable. We also take 2 Timid Noivern Specs Hurricanes after burns, and the only thing that 2 kills me is +1 Heligos T-Bolts or +2 attacks, and we take +2 Life Orb Cobalion's Close Combat after rocks. Very important here. Love this Milo set. It's going to be really good for us, I hope. Moving on is going to be the best Mew set in the game, Stall Breaker Mew. Seismic Toss, Will-O-Wisp, Roost, and Taunt. How many Ghost types does my opponent have? 0? None at all. So Seismic Toss is very, very free. If I felt better about Dubwool not coming, I'd run Nightshade, but I want to have a way to hit Dubwool, so I felt like Seismic Toss was the better option. Will-O-Wisp is great against things like Crocodile, Cobalion, even honestly things like Dubwool and Tangela. It has its uses, but the main thing is I want to burn those first 2, Crook and Cobalion, because they're insanely big threats. Roost for recovery, Taunt. Taunt shuts down any Clef that's not super offensive, and if it's super offensive, I have Milo in the back. It shouldn't take multiple hits from Mamoswine. Amel's going to lose a lot of utility. This also helps me out a lot against the Slowbro if it goes for Teleport, or if it goes for Slack Off, or it goes for Toxic, something. We have this option there, which is really cool. Basically, the main goal with this thing is don't let anything beat me 1v1, and it kind of does that, which is super nice. Predicts against that very well. I have a lot of notes on this thing, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Stallbreaker Mew versus Goth, I always click Taunt, even if I'm worried about the Scarf Trick set, because if that happens, I just Taunt until I die. And when I do die, fine. I'm gone. Eventually, the thing will be not able to set up, it won't have its Scarf anymore, and it'll just be at a base attack, which again, it sucks I lose my Mew, but I think it's better than just losing the game outright. So Taunt continuously against the incoming Gothitelle. Like I was saying, is a potential Taunt Cobalion versus Volt Switching into the Gothitelle. If I get taunted by the Cobalion, I have to get the hell out, okay? It's very, very, very difficult for me to beat that thing if I get taunted, because if it taunts into Volt Switch to Gothitelle, ooh, I'm gonna lose. Ideally, we have speed for nothing. Like, we don't really need speed for anything specific. So I decided to have speed for max speed Goth in case of shenanigans with like Scarf Trick or anything like that if it has been taken away. I just want to have that option as a backup in case. We have speed for no speed Crocodile or Arcanine, and if it's versus Crook, I swap to Milo if I'm burnt, or Scizor if I'm not burnt. So again, reminder, if I'm not burnt with Milo, I go into Scizor and I U-turn. If I am burnt with Milo, I just go hard into the Milo right there. That's really how I want to play this. Arcanine, if it's support with status and teleport, it will be probably slowish, so I can outspeed it then as well. And the speed is also there for 12 speed Cobalion in case it's a more defensive build. And we take 2 +2 Cobalion Iron Heads from full. Yes, it has Mega Horn, gotta be careful of that. We do also take Scarf Jolly Crocodile's knockoff into a burned knockoff. Very important. And then finally, our next mod will be the Terrakion, Stone Edge, Mega Horn, Sacred Sword, and Iron Head with Justified and Expert Belt. Now, this team gets hit entirely for super effective damage by this 4 moves. So Expert Belt, in theory, has a perfect coverage, which means I'll be able to always get the boost if I make my predictions right, which is awesome. We 2 kill everything but Tangela and max defense leftovers Clefable, which is like an 85% roll if it's not leftovers and 40% roll if it is leftovers. So any chip, and I'm good. We also outspeed all but Noivern. We speed tie the Cobalion. Draco has to be the move used to Oko me from full, which is like, again, if that's the move he's going for, then fine. I have other options that can take multiple hits, so I don't feel too bad about it. We speed tie Cobalion, like I said, which needs to go specifically for close combat to Oko me, and it needs to also, well, at the same time, let's try this again. This thing takes pressure off of the Mamoswine because it's going to force in a lot of Pokemon that have really high defensive stats, and then it's going to weaken them so Mamoswine can flick, instead of maybe 2 Earthquakes it needs, it only needs 1 Earthquake, and then it'll keep the health it has so it can just win with the Metronome, which is really nice. We originally had close combat, but I changed it for Sacred Sword in case we see a Cotton Guarding Dubwool, which can be very scary. So I want to have an option to really break through that thing, and that helps me more if it's already set up. And either way, I feel decent about it. So at the end of the day, this is our team for this week's battle. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. Of course, leave a like, subscribe. Secret word of today's video is going to be, we're going to go with a very classic one, potatoes. Okay, we love some potatoes. Make sure to comment that down below if you have watched this far into the team builder to show that you're a real MVP. And let's do it. It is time to battle. All right, everyone, welcome back. And here we are with the team that my opponent's bringing. Wow, very different than what I expected. Okay, no Cobalion is amazing for us. What else didn't come? No Crook, which is nice. Okay, no Goth. All right, let's mark down the team here. I'm pretty happy to not see a Cobalion, I'm not gonna lie, because that's the biggest threat to me. So we got an Arcanine, we got a Nihilego, we see a Slowbro, we see a Clefable, we see a Dubwool, which thankfully I did end up bringing the Sacred Sword for. So this is not bad, it's not bad. How do we want to play this? What do I want to lead off with? I could lead off with, let's see, Scizor, which would help out a lot against something like Clef, against something like, I guess, Slowbro. But I think that my best lead is going to be the Dragalge, to be honest. I don't think anything really wants to take the hit from it, so we're going to lead it with that. And the off chance he does lead with the Dragalge, or the Noivern, I can take a hit. So, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Good luck, have fun to Amel. If you guys missed the team builder, you can go back and check it out. Gonna be a fun one. Gonna be a fun one. Alright. Leading off with Dragalge. I wasn't sure what I want to lead off with here, but I'll take it. I just didn't want to pop my Alkaberry too early against the Noivern Flamethrower. Slowbro lead. I'm okay with that, actually. I'm really good with that. So let's take a look. Slowbro as the lead. So if it's not specially defensive, we do 56 to 67 with Sludge Wave, which is kind of crazy. So that's what I want to do. I just want to go for a Sludge Wave. What comes in? What comes in? Like nothing. Nothing comes in. I'm going to go for the Sludge Wave here. We get the Sludge Wave off. This will do like at least half unless it's specially defensive. That's big damage there. You see a Psyshock. Okay, this shouldn't KO us unless it's, you know, offensive. Ooh, eat it up. Very nice. And now we click Flip Turn. Damn. Shock. How much does that do? Makes sense. Switches out as we expected. What do we see come in? Nihilego, beautiful. We get a nice fat Flip Turn off on this thing, which will do decent damage. Alright. Now I do outspeed with my Terrakion. Because Nihilego is 103, I believe? Yeah, it's 103. So do I go Terrakion here? Do I go Scizor here? I think the play might be Terrakion. Plays Terrakion. Yeah. Terrakion is the play right now. I had my hat on for like an hour and a half and I wasn't itchy. Now as soon as I start recording, I'm itchy. The fuck? Okay, it's Black/2, so we know it's not the Meteor Beam set. Now I do have potentially what's it called? Earthquake? Yeah, Earthquake, that's the one. What do I think he's gonna go for? So let's see, Nihilego against my Terrakion. Stone Edge will KO. Like, what does he switch into though? Slowbro? I have Mega Horn for it. I feel like Stone Edge is my play. It's pretty safe here. I'm gonna go for the Stone Edge here. Switches out. What's he going into? Nothing resists this hit. Slowbro, very nice. We'll get a nice fat Stone Edge off on this thing. As we do connect, very nice. Did nothing. Oh my god. Now we go for a Mega Horn here. Slowbro. Stays in, Megahorn connects. That should be a goodbye to a Slowbro, right? It is. Amazing. Amazing. Right now, it's Rocky Helmet. That was good that we got rid of that thing then. Wow, because Mew would have had a hard time. I'll take it. I'll take it. Megahorn, 54 to 65 to max defense. Amazing. That's why we take it. So far, we're off to a really good start. We have to beat everything right now except for the Noivern as well, unless there's a random Scarfer. But like, this was his answer. Clefable comes in. We do have the Iron Head for Clef. So if Clefable, I see, let's see, if it's max defense bold, we do 47.5 to 57. Only way it starts to worry me is if it's Cosmic Power. If it's Cosmic Power, then I go into Mew. I'm going to go for the Iron Head. I'm going to break things as much as I can. We Iron Head here. Over half. Amazing. Do we get a flinch here? No flinch. Flamethrower. Eat it up. No burn, please. 10% chance. Do we get it? No burn. Beautiful. Now, what's he going into? His resist to this attack is, I don't know, he got Stone Edged. We can Stone Edge it. That's the best we can do. Do I go for, well, no, I go for Iron Head here, because if he goes Arcanine, that's fine. Which is out. So Arcanine's going to get the Intimidate off on me. Noivern instead. If I went for Stone Edge there, and I landed it, oh my god. So Frisk finds my Expert Belt. Alright, so we Iron Head. Get a nice chunk of damage off on the Noivern. That feels like it did very little. That feels like it did very little. Noivern, level 50. No, 34 to 40. Makes sense. So what do I go into here? I can go hard into Dragalge. Is that smart, though? Dragalge can't really set up a T-Spike against anything anymore because Clefable's going to outspeed me. I think I go into Dragalge, and I just, at this point, it's like, I want to get my T-Spikes up. They're just not super useful anymore. You got two mons that are immune to it, potentially Clef a third, and potentially Arcanine, which has boots. We see a Hurricane come out, it does connect. 55 points of health, we'll get the KO. I don't think there's any world where that doesn't KO my Dragalge, right? Hurricane. Yeah. Actually, there's no special defense has roll, so that's good to know. Alright, I can go into Mamo here. So I go into Mamo here. Because again, Mamoswine takes any hit. If it's Choice Specs, I take the Hurricane, I believe. Choice, come on now, Choice Specs. Hurricane's a roll, actually, which I didn't think was the case, but it is what it is. I think here, do I go for a Knock? Go for Crash? I think I go for Crash. Which is out. Arcanine, I imagine. There's the Arcanine. I'm Oblivious, which means I ignore the Intimidate, which is great. Yep. Take those. Okay. That didn't do as much as I thought. So it's about 25%, I think. Let's take a look. Arcanine. Icicle Crash. I think that didn't do enough. I don't think it's going to have a ton of speed on this thing. I don't think it's going to have... it could. No speed. Reaches 115. I reach 120. It's got to have, like, none at all. What do I go into here? I can go hard into Milo. I can go hard into Mew. Which, if it's a burning set, that's fine. I just want to be really careful around it. I don't want to go into Scizor. I just don't want to worry about Toxic. I'm going to go Milo here. I'm going to go Milo. There's no Cobalion. So if I get burnt versus Toxic, it's not the end of the world. Sorry, but that's fine with me. How much is this going to do? So this is against Milotic. 201 down to 144. That's what, 57? So Milotic. Healthy against Arcanine. That did 57, we said. That's max attack Jolly. That's a high roll for that. Okay, so maybe it is offensive. But at this point here, I can click Scald. I can click Flip Turn. I think what I want to do is click Flip Turn, though. If it goes for Morning Sun, fine. If it goes for Teleport, fine. We're going to see a Wild Charge come out. This won't do enough. It did big damage still, but it's not enough. I think I should outspeed Clef. Wow. Look at that damage. That's through Burn, too. Is that crit? Crit, that's why. Doesn't matter. Oh, it's Helmet! Okay, so gotta get it in against Clef specifically to get a recover off, which is not the best, but that's okay. I think at this point in time I go into Terrakion. I have Sacred Sword, which will always get the KO on this, but I'll take Rocky Helmet Chip. I think I just have to go for it, though. I think I just have to go for it, so we're gonna go for it. We're gonna take the chip. That's fine, though. We're gonna get rid of 2 big threats in the Arcanine and the Slowbro, which is nice. Oh, and just switches out. What's he going into? Clefable. Fine with me. That's fine with me. So I don't think Sacred Sword will get the job done. It'll 2-KO, actually. It'll 2-KO. So now we go for another one. Sacred Sword again. It'd be nice if Sacred Sword ignored all stat changes, but it's just the Clefs. So there we go. We get rid of Clef. That means Milo is now basically useless because it dies to anything. It dies to anything. Yeah. Maybe not the best situation, but I have Mew, which is fine. That's good. Here comes a Noivern. Okay. Do I sack off Milo here? Is that what I try and do? How much does this do to me? Noivern against Terrakion. Hurricane, if it's not boosted, will do 50 to 59, which I'll always live. It's like, do I risk that, though? Like, I can afford to play a bit aggressive. The defensive core is gone. But I don't want to lose this Pokemon here. I'm going to switch into Milo. I don't want to lose this defensive core. Or the offensive core, rather. It's not over. We've done a really good job so far, weakening quite a few things, but it's not over yet. U-turn. So if I'd gone for a Stone Edge there, it would have been a good spot, but it's okay. Oh, if I Stone Edge there. That's 2 plays there where I've just messed up. Not going for Earthquake against the incoming Arcanine, excuse me, and then not going for the attack just there with Terrakion. Those are 2 instances where I could have done a better play, and I didn't. It happens. What's it going to go into, though? Nihilego, trying to get T-Spikes. Nihilego with Black Sludge, if I see that, do I try and recover, or do I try and get a Mew before? Well, I see a double instead. Okay. Okay. I don't die. Question right now is, do I try and go for Toxic? I have Sacred Sword still, so it's not bad. I'm going to recover. See if I can get it off. What the fuck? Doesn't it get agility? It gets agility! Does it get a fire move? No. It's body press. Okay. Let's go for a Toxic now. I think that's important. Got +4. Crap. Is it Lumberry? Am I gonna lose to a Dubwool? Not Lum. Okay. Go for a Scald here. Try and get some chip. +6. Holy shit. Okay, I feel like this thing's gonna go for like Rest or something as Resto Chesto. Wow, they did nothing. Okay. Let's flip turn out. Wow, +6 Dubwool. Dubwool's fast, 88 base speed. He's got no defense investment, which it may not. I do 56 to 68 with Sacred Sword. Oh no, I'll try to get it. It's max HP. I do 50 to 60. We're going to see if it goes for Rest here. We're going to find out is it Resto Chesto. And if it is, we might just lose. Please just KO me. Don't be Resto Chesto. If it's Resto Chesto, I lose. Resto Chesto. If I went for Toxic there, I think I might have been in a better spot, but we're gonna flip turn out. Okay. Is the play going into Terrakion here? I think it has to be. I think I'm gonna lose this game. I think I'm gonna get reverse swept by fucking Dubwool. I wish I was close combat so badly now. If I was close combat... Fuck. We don't take the hit, obviously. Oops. Oh my god, okay. Mammal Swine. There's 21 to 25 with Ice Shard here. Oh my god. I'm so nervous. I'm sorry I'm quiet. I'm so nervous for this right now. Wow. Maybe I could have gone to Milo, bait the damage, and then go for a Sacred Sword, but... Ice Shard comes out. Please KO. Thread is gone. The thread is gone. Oh my god. That fucking thing. Holy shit. Okay, Arcanine is offensive. We know that. We got used one Ice Shard. And do 16 to 19. It's not enough. Flare Blitz will always Oko me. Gotta go Milo and Sack. If they have Morning Suns here, Morning Suns, so be it. I have Mew, which is nice, I think. But right now, the fact that it's a speedy one is hurting me. But it's good. It went for an attack. We eat it as well. That was a crit. Wow. That was a crit. Insane. And I think I Scald here in case it tries to recover up on me. But that's fine. So I should KO with Ice Shard here. I may not. It means I go Mew. Outspeed, please. I don't think it will, but... Is out. Into what? Nihilego. Okay. Black Slug, do you remember that? Try and burn this thing, and then... I'm gonna try and burn this thing and Seismic Toss around. If I have Mammal in the back, I should win against Nihilego. Not Nihilego, what am I saying? Against Sludge Bomb. Okay, that's fed. That's fine. Poison. First try. First try. Unfortunate. It's okay. We got the burn on this, which is nice. And at least we're not toxic, which is nice. We're losing some HP every turn, which is not great, but it's better than nothing. It's better than toxic. Nothing is obviously better, but still. My play here, I think, is to Roost. All we gotta do is get the Nihilego in range of Ice Shard, and then, or yeah, that's it. We Ice Shard one thing, I think we're golden. Noivern comes in. That's fine. Risk finds leftovers are renewed. Had it. I don't think I go Scizor here. I think what I do is I try and win with my priority. I'm going to go for a Seismic Toss here. If we see this thing go for a Switcheroo or something, that would be unfortunate, but better than nothing, I think. Boom Burst. Okay. Is it Spec? 182 down to... Ooh. Okay, that did about 101. Boom Burst. That's a specky boy. Yeah, it's specs. I go into Mamo. I Ice Shard twice. That should get the job done because I have all my boost. Mamoswine, Ice Shard. Come on now, once against Arcanine. Speedy Arcanine, that is. Do 16 to 19. Or I go into Scizor here. Against, I'm running out of time, Noivern. Choice Specs. Boom Burst. That's very little. If he goes into Arcanine, I click... What do I click? Boom Burst again. Okay, that's fine. It should do 28 to 31. They were especially defensive. Good. And at this point, do I click Knock? Or do I click U-Turn? I think I can afford to click Knock Off here, because nothing appreciates the hit, and I stay in, which is good. I'm going to go for Knock Off. Another Boom Burst. Fine. We get rid of this thing's item. Arcanine comes in, he'll get the drop. This thing might just win now because I did that. If it's got Morning Sun. I think what I do here is I go for a Root. Morning Sun, no! I have to force it to take a shit ton of chip now. How am I gonna get this chip? I'm at -1. If I was Thick Fat, this would have been resolved. This is a roll to... Actually, no, it's going to guarantee KO me. Shit. It's going to take 35% recoil. I go for a knock here. Another Morning Sun. I think I lose to this. No. I'm going to be honest right now. I was not prepared for offensive Arcanine. Like, not at all. I was not. I'm going to go for a U-turn here in case he attacks me. But Alkaberry won't save me. He's going to do like 35% to him, 30% to himself. Namo never takes this hit. Offensive Arcanine is putting in so much work right now. Oh my god. Try and Roost. If I had speed, I might be in this. I might still be in this if I had speed. Yeah, if I had speed, I'm in this. If I'm not, I lose. I think I lose either way, though. I had speed. He's used 2 Morning Suns. 3 Morning Suns. It's poison, not toxic. Okay. How do I play this? Do I taunt this to stop from Morning Sunning? Or do I go for Seismic Toss and then just try recovering up as much as possible? Because with Seismic Toss and Recoil, I feel like I should be fine. Roar as the final move. Okay, we go back into Mew on the Flare Blitz. I roost up. I keep playing this game until he messes up, until he goes for a Morning Sun, and I taunt him. Flare Blitz. Mother... Wow, that's so much damage. That poison is coming in so clutch. Wait a minute. 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 I don't know if I outspeed. I may outspeed with MattOshea. I might outspeed. I might outspeed with Mammo. I go for another Rooster, I have to. I have to try and force itself to whittle itself down. So if it goes for Morning Sun here, there'll be 4 Morning Suns. I go for then Taunt. I think I have it. Flare Blitz again. Okay. Okay. And I think here I taunt. Rooster Morning Sun here. Rooster Morning Sun here. Taunt, whipping out the last second. Saving in the back. Do we see a Flare Blitz? We see a Morning Sun. That's 4 Morning Suns. Oh my god. Did we outplay this? As long as Mew is in, we never lose to Arcanine now. I'm so nervous right now. Fucking Mew is such a goated Pokemon. We roost up here freely. All this could have been avoided if I outsped the goddamn Arcanine. If my Mamoswine was at max speed, then I would have outsped. I'm not. 132, I think. Am I? What's my Mamoswine speed? 156. So we're going to see a Roost, we're going to see a Wild Charge or a Flare Blitz come out. The Flare Blitz again. 140 down to 51. So we lose a bit of health every time we do this. So Nihilego. Does it Oko me with Grass Knot? It does. It does, 100%. I think it's a special attack boost too. How much HP am I at? 197. If I was like Ice Cold Play right now, I think I would have it for sure. Because Ice Shard does about half. Do I let him KO me? No, it doesn't do anything. I have to Roost here and just... No, I have to Seismic Toss, I think, actually. So I'll be even less health. It's not going to matter. Did you give me an out? You might have given me an out. It's just I got outsped now, but I KO'd this now. Nihilego against Mew. Does Grass not KO me? He's literally got to predict the switch. Go Mammo. If this man Grass Knot's here, he's got it. And if he does, I don't know what I could have done better. He just played well. What would he have? Why is he Grass Knot? Oh, Scarf Mammo, I had it. That was that got in Dubwool. Put in so much work. That Dubwool breaking down my Terrakion there, big time. Dude. Fuck, he got me. No! Live! GG's. He got it. That's a 50-50 right there. He basically sacrificed the game for 50-50. Because I would have lived. Grass Knot doing at most 5 to 6. And then Toxic, or Burn rather, Poison, I would have won. But he got the play right. So it came down to a 50-50 that he won. And at the end of the day, like if I'm put in a position where it's a 50-50 to lose, 50-50 to win, then like I can't be mad. I'm going to win some of them, I'm going to lose some of them. So GG's, he got the W. But yeah, because right now Grass Knot would have done 14% at the very most. 14 points of health, excuse me, at the very most. I would have got back leftovers and then taken Poison. I would have won. But I don't know, maybe my play was... Maybe it was a misplay, but I don't know how much health the Arcanine was at. Maybe I don't know how much health the Arcanine was at. Maybe I should have roosted there. I don't know, up until the end, I feel like I made a lot of really good plays. I made a couple that obviously could have been a bit better. Not going for a Stone Edge, or not going for an Earthquake on the Noivern, as it's obviously going to switch out against me. And then same deal with the, I think it was Terrakion, going for Sacred Sword or something against something I should have gone for Stone Edge. I don't know. Those chances that I had against the Arcanine to break that thing, I just never did. Arcanine was really good and prepped well. I'm curious if I outsped the Arcanine with my Mamoswine. I feel like, I mean, Mew's at 131, which means that like he wasn't creeping Adam and Mammo. So I don't know. I'm gonna ask him. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe. Unfortunately, we got lost this one here. I felt like I played well to start. Just the end, the pressure that he put on with offensive Arcanine and the pressure that he put on with the Dubwool getting set up. If I had Haze on Milo, that was the game actually right there. I was debating, do I go Haze on Milo or Toxic? And if I had went Haze, I would have been fine. That was a big debate we had during prep. It happens. It's unfortunate. Maybe, yeah. Damn. It is what it is. I didn't expect Dubwool to come, really, but it did, and it paid off. In general, like, I feel like I started off so well this game, and then just, it fell off. And maybe it even fell off because, I don't know, when it was the Mew against the Noivern, I should have just gone and switched out into Scizor. Because I would have been healthy, and I'd be able to take on the Arcanine a bit better. Maybe if I taunted in advance, I'm able to keep Mew a little bit healthier as well. But hey, it is what it is, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back next week for more APA. Thanks for watching. See you next time.